Hola, mi gente. I figured that corny ass music was good for this corny ass topic tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I fucking forgot to put this stream on subscribers only because I know a lot of y'all gonna pull up tonight acting the monkey ass fools that you are. Okay? But it's okay because I'm ready to block you, monkey ass fools. Okay? Punks jump up to get beat down. All right? You're gonna watch your chicken wing hole tonight. All right? You're going to watch your Hennessy holes and your chicken wing holes tonight. Tonight's going to be spicy, bitches. You're not going to like it here. And if you don't, I haven't said this to y'all in a while, YouTube, it turns out, has 50 million other channels. Oh, shit. So you mean to tell me that you don't have to be here? Hold up. So you got 49 other million choices to make than to be here tonight? And you think you're going to be here talking shit in my chat? No, you don't think that. It's not possible. So, to my blockies, hola mi gente. Welcome to another episode of On the Block with Jen. I am YouTube's and your favorite devil's advocate. We're going to dissect this topic tonight. It's very interesting. I didn't want to cover it. As you guys know, I don't like the YouTube ghetto, okay? I hung out there a couple times. It's a bunch of derelicts, bunch of clowns, okay? Bunch of motherfuckers bumping into each other like rock'em sock'em robots, okay? It was the bumper cars of content. Hot garbage mixed with hot garbage, right? I've been on panels with these motherfuckers who run these hot garbage channels, and I cut all of them off. And I fixed my algorithm. How'd you do that, Jen? These motherfuckers are everywhere. I blocked them, and when YouTube suggested their content, there's a cute little button that says, do not recommend. Okay? So after a couple months of me clicking, do not recommend, okay? I didn't see these bums anymore, right? But with that said, you guys know we cover lots and lots of topics here. And I like catering to my people in my audience who I love because they always hold me down. So I have to hold them down as well. And I keep getting requests to talk about this white woman, this burly white woman who has infiltrated and taken over as the leader of the Black manosphere. Now, when I saw this buzz happening, I was not surprised because it's easy to lead these motherfuckers, right? All you got to do is throw a little poison out there about Black women or tell them it's okay that they're broke and ugly and degenerate and they'll love you for life, right? All you got to do is start a stream and blame women for all the ails of humanity. And these motherfuckers will follow you like they're diabetics and you have insulin. They'll follow you wherever you go. All you got to do is cam up. Bash women, Black women specifically, okay? Or coddle these motherfuckers and tell them it's not your fault women don't want you. It's their fault. They're modern and they're masculine, right? And you could grow 1 million subscribers overnight. We've seen it. You've seen it. Kevin Samuels died. Someone else had to step in for these cornballs and these lames to follow. And I'm from New York, so I can't knock the hustle. I just choose a different kind of hustle, but I don't knock a hustle, ladies and gentlemen. So with that said, I'm glad you're here. I have the most amazing, diverse panel, as you know. I'm going to dissect this burly things, okay? Because it seems like a toilet clogged, right? And now it's spilling over and the shit is all over the floor, okay? So we're going to go in with some hazmat suits. We're going to dissect a little bit. Okay, there's a big white burly woman on the internet who has taken over the Black manosphere. Okay, that cesspool of a manosphere. Okay, it's like the great value manosphere. Okay, they modeled themselves after the white manosphere, and here we are on YouTube. Okay, these motherfuckers are like a virus everywhere they go. Okay, and get froggy in my chat tonight. I will kick you through the block uprights. Now, with that said, I like rebuttals. I like retorts. I like contradictions. I like good arguments, right? So if you want to defend this big white burly woman, like other Black men who've done on my panel, yeah, because I've had Black men on my own panel defending burly things. So you can do that. This is not a hit piece. This is not a hit piece. This is dissecting the way the block dissects. Okay, there's not a hit piece on burly things. I ain't got no beef with her. I ain't knocking her hustle. She want to lead a bunch of idiots around and get them to super chat. I don't give a fuck. Everybody got a hustle. Why am I going to knock a hustle? But we are going to dissect because I think it's way, way deeper than we even think, right? And I'm curious to see what my panelists have to say. I'm always learning from them and from the chat. So by all means, you could come on up as well and discuss with us. We don't do avatars here. You want to argue with me behind your avatar? Go argue with the wall, okay? Because that's what I see when you're trying to be up here, argue behind your avatar, talking to a fucking wall, okay? So this ain't a hit piece. We're just going to dissect, We're just going to dissect the pathology, the mindset, why this is happening, why it happened so quickly, okay? And why Black men in those spaces are drawn to this woman. What's the real issue? Because let's talk about big old elephant in the room. She's not attractive. She's not charming. She's not funny. So what is it? Men are attracted to attractive or funny and charming or big asses. And then we have this big burly white woman who's taken the Black manosphere by storm. So let's just dissect that, okay? There's a lot of layers to it. So let's dissect that. Again, watch your fucking Hennessy hole in my chat because I'm not having it tonight. And if you don't like my content or my subject or your butthole only crunches up when the rock hits you, fuck off to another channel. I've been saying this shit to you for years. Fuck off. But what you will not do is control my content. It's not going to happen. Okay. So really quickly, before I bring up my people, I'm going to give you 3 things that you could do other than hump on my leg every time I post. Go wash your ass. Go wash your ass. Because we know that's not a constant for you all. Go wash your ass. Check your credit score. Check your credit score. Right? And third, I don't know. Call your mama and see if she needs a dozen eggs. I hear eggs are expensive. Okay? So go call your mama. Those are 3 things you could do aside from humping my leg about my content. Because you will not control my content. Comprende? I'm saying it in Spanish. Since the issue with a lot of you is that I'm Latina, Puerto Rican to be exact. I'm saying it in Spanish. Jódete, cabrón. Okay? Because when I say it in English, you don't understand. So let me say it in Spanish. Okay? The part that crunches your butthole. Jódete, cabrón. Come mierda, imbécil, pendejo. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Use Google Translate. You will not control my content. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And all you're going to do is walk it off. Okay? You got bigger fish to fry. Credit score, wash your ass, check on your mama. I wouldn't piss on you if you was on fire, so you're wasting your time here. With that said, let's get started, guys. All right. Welcome up the always lovely and talented from YB Limited. And you better be following, okay? That's how we support each other here. Lily from YB Limited.
Yes.
Hi, Mama.
Live from the Bronx today.
Live from the motherfucking Bronx today. All the way.
It's Bronx or Brooklyn or nothing.
Exactly, right? Bronx, Brooklyn, stand up, bitch.
That's right.
Yeah. Listen, I was just listening to Jay. I was just listening to Pop Smoke. I'm with the shits tonight. I'm with them.
Oh, don't get me in my New York bag, baby. It's on.
Okay, that's exactly what it is. I'm in my New York bag because these motherfuckers been froggy ever since I announced what I was going to talk about.
Oh, wow.
They've been froggy in my comments. See, they have this thing where social media in general, I think this is for everybody, right? This isn't gender specific or race specific or ethnicity specific. I think in general, social media, right? It's given people this pseudo power. Mm-hmm. And I remember I had a guy up here before, he was like, what's pseudo power? You either got power or you don't. No. There is such a thing as pseudo power. Google it. It exists. Okay? It is the
illusion. The
illusion of power. So these motherfuckers get on their little cheap phones and they're like, oh, I'm going to text her to talk about something else in her comments. And she ain't going to talk about it no more. Watch this after I hit send. Send. And they think that there's really power in the keyboards. There isn't even power in the fucking cancel culture. No. All you do is market people. That is all you do.
That's it.
That is all you do. And it's because of you that I have 4K followers now, because all you do is fucking market people. That is all you do. You are free press. We all know that.
And we thank you.
Right? So, they've been froggy. They've been froggy with me. I had to block a bitch earlier. Okay, and the funny thing is, right? They always hit me with this. And we're going to talk about the hypocrisy. They always hit me with you ain't talking about black people, right? And I hate that in any situation. I hate that in romantic relationships. I hate that in friendships. When motherfuckers forget all the good you do and just hold on to the nuts of the thing they don't like.
Yes.
Right? And I don't give a fuck about them. So it makes it 10 times worse. At least when I'm in a romantic relationship or a friendship, I'm like, damn, you see that? Help me out so I can fix it.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But when it's a motherfucker, a troll, I'm like, you can run in traffic on the Cross Bronx Expressway blindfolded drunk. That is what you can do.
Yeah.
Right? So these what you talking big lit me. You being lit spaces. No, bitch. When I had this particular topic, The Rock hit you and you got offended. There's a difference between that and what you're claiming I'm doing. I have a variety, a good, diverse, beautiful panel that I am fucking proud of because it took a while to get here, first of all. A beautiful, diverse, intelligent,
wonderful,
wise panel. And we fucking look good when we're up here. We fucking look good when we're up here. Okay. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the diversity. I'm proud of the variety of topics. What you trolls are not going to do is put me in a box. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. And you ain't got no choice but to lurk like a lot of y'all doing now and talk shit behind your keyboard. But you ain't going to change my content. Boop. So I had to block a bitch earlier today. And I don't like blocking people because these bitches are good for the algorithm. They're good for the algorithm.
They are.
I don't like blocking them, but don't make yourself a fucking nuisance up here, right?
And they do.
Talk your shit. Don't make yourself a fucking nuisance. We're going to give y'all a show tonight. Coño.
So sick of these people.
I feel like Joe Budden, that fucking clip with Joe Budden is like, shut the fuck up. Stop typing.
Congratulations.
Stop typing.
I just talked to his mom because I think he's number one. He's been rated number one podcast, like Black podcast. So
okay,
congratulations. I feel like it's well deserved. That's not me being biased.
Go ahead, Joe. But no, listen, I got no beef with Joe's content. He makes me laugh often. And that clip always sticks out in my head. Shut the fuck up. Stop typing. You sound stupid.
Right.
In my Joe Budden voice, okay? But motherfuckers get froggy when The Rock hit him. I sit up here, talk about white people all day, not a fucking peep.
Right.
Okay. I sit up here, talk about Jennifer Lopez and how her shit sucks balls, not a fucking peep. Right? I sit up here, I talk about sports, relationships, gender. I talk about LGBTQ. I talk about the Latin community, colorism, and not a fucking peep.
AI, everything. We don't
artificial intelligence. We spoke about artificial fucking intelligence. We talk about everything. Child support, okay?
Getting them out of child support.
Helping them end child support, okay? But these motherfuckers want to get their little little crunchy buttholes in a fix when I say something that you can't talk about that.
But this is indicative of why we're doing this particular show today. They always seem to give us Exhibit A right on time, because we have gathered here today to break down the psychology of the Black manosphere being relinquished to a white woman.
And that's exactly what happened. So I don't understand what let's call it, like Iyanla Vanzant says, let's call a thing, and then let's discuss it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't either, because I'm just, you and I, we have that in common. We always want to know the psychology behind it. It's not a judgment thing. I just want to know how the brain justifies this.
Right. And that's why I stress this is not a hit piece. I don't care about that white lady. She's hustling people. That happens in religion. That happens in corporate America. That happens down the block. Like it's a hustle. She's hustling people. And what the fuck she's supposed to do? Not hustle people when she can? That's how some people make a bag. Like, what the fuck do I care about this white woman past me logging off tonight?
Because she does nothing. This comment that Kenneth just left was funny as hell. I'm sorry.
What did he say?
He said, Jill looks so good till I want to cheat on her.
I think that's the case with it. I think every guy says that when they see me.
That's Like every guy. Like that's why I thought it was so funny.
Don't get stabbed. Don't get stabbed. Stay away.
But it's like, you're the one for me until you're not.
Right, until I cheat on you. So with that said, let's bring these gentlemen up here so we can dissect this. Okay, let's have a conversation. We shouldn't be afraid to have any conversation about anything. That is how conversations happen. I mean, we have white people up here, and I'm calling them all types of crackers and devils, and they handle it and they understand, right, where it comes from, and they give it right back. And sometimes they argue with each other, right? We're just getting this out. We're getting this out, and it's okay to have these conversations, but you ain't about to fucking stop my content on myself. What are you, crazy?
I think the internet needs to have more of these conversations.
Yeah,
because we're literally the only one really doing it.
Can you imagine 10 blocks on fucking YouTube?
Right.
God. All right. Thank you, Larry Grant. Appreciate you. Hold me down, chat. I see you popping in the chat already. Hold me down, please. A couple of you have wrenches. You know what to do with them. Beat whoever it is over the head with it and block them. Okay, if you got a wrench, don't play it. We're gonna have a discussion tonight. Again, you guys can disagree. And if there are fans of Burley things out there and you want to come up and defend her, we will hear you out.
Yes.
If we're exaggerating the point, if we're like, no, she's doing a lot for the black manosphere, she's freeing us, then fucking come up here and plead your case.
Right, because we don't follow the bitch. So this
right.
There's probably a lot that we've missed. So
absolutely. Yeah. And let me tell you, they could really school me because I don't watch the bitch. So, you could come up and do the same thing y'all said about Kevin Samuels. You only watch the clip. That's why you judging her. Right? So you come up and tell me what's her full content. Because I'm not watching the bitch. I ain't giving her 2 fucking minutes. I've seen a couple clips. I'm a quick study. I got the gist. I said, okay, she's filling the Kevin Samuels hole. Have a couple black women around, talk about, women ain't shit to men. And, men start beating off to it, right? I could do that tomorrow. I could perk my titties up and come on here tomorrow and start talking about them bitches ain't shit, okay? And y'all need to be loved on, okay? And motherfuckers will be in my chat too beating off. That's how it works on YouTube. I'm fully aware. However, if she's doing something for your community, if she's part of some outreach program, if she's helping black love and black couples come together, if I miss something, correct me when I am wrong. And believe it or not, it doesn't look like it, but I am open to correction. No say correcting me here. What was it? Yesterday or the day before?
Get corrected.
Right. I'm open to it. So come on up. You could come on up. No one's going to attack you.
Tell us if she planted a community garden.
Yeah, and anything. I'm willing to hear why such vitriol. Now, I did go to her Instagram page because I'm talking about this bitch today, so let me take a peek. So I went to her Instagram page, and as I scrolled, her comment section, nothing but black men beating off. And I said, oh shit. There's a topic here. Let's discuss. Let's get these men up here so we can do what it is we do on the block. Welcome, everybody, again. Please hit that like and subscribe. We're putting on a show for you tonight. Hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget, you can super chat me, too. I see better. I see your comments better when they're attached to a super chat. My ears clear up. My eyes go 20/20 if you super chat me with a comment. Again, you are more than welcome to come up here to discuss Burley things. You will not be attacked, okay? But have some fucking points. Have some points. Don't come up here with that, you hit the wall. You're gonna have a cat. No, you're gonna have 2 dogs. You a grandma. Like, have some real points so we can have a real discussion. And I understand that your level of conversation and communication is really minimal, but try. Give it an old dropped out of college try, okay? We're rooting for you. And we will listen. We'll give you the 2 minutes and be like, okay, this is why, you know what I mean? I'm sucking Burley things, and we'll listen. Maybe. Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon. Maybe she's doing something I don't know about.
I'm telling you, she could have planted a community garden that I don't know about.
Ron DeMarco, how are you, darling?
What's up, Haran?
What's going on?
Let's bring up Glenn Lawrence, E-Black TV. We haven't seen E-Black in a minute. How are you, sir?
Salute to y'all. I didn't know if I hit the wrong stream, and I was like, wait, this is Jen on the block. I didn't Jen. I didn't even get a chance to even watch my dashiki for this topic.
Ah, come on, E Black. You were supposed to be red. You were supposed to be red.
Damn, man.
You're supposed to be ready to go, man.
What's going
Oh
on,
man.
Haran?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
So good to see you guys here. I just have one request. Watch your phones because sometimes, sometimes people be getting texts and calls and all kinds of stuff. So watch your phones tonight. Let's get into this phenomenon. I think it's quite the phenomenon. And then I'll pass the mic. I just have a question. Or you guys can start with what you've seen and you've observed because you've probably seen more than me. Also in the chat, what you've seen, what you've observed, if you've seen more than me, hit that like and subscribe for me. I do have a question. I want to piggyback off a question that Glenn had earlier, which was interesting. When we were discussing, when I, pull my people in and I'm like, hey, I'm doing this topic. If you guys are available, jump on. And Glenn Lawrence asked a very simple but interesting question. He said, what is the Black manosphere anyway?
Is it something like Black Twitter?
Right. I think that's a great question.
Forgive
So
the
we can
whiteness. Forgive the whiteness. I just had to ask, bro, what is this Black manosphere? If
It's a very good question.
Manosphere, I didn't know we
Well-
had segregated ones now.
Well, in my YouTube career, I have, I've been trying to branch out and trying to get more acquainted with different audiences and people. So I was the luxury of being in Atlanta at one of the Black Manosphere conference. So the best way that I can describe the Black Manosphere is a group of online community based on red pill manosphere talking points. Oftentimes conservative individuals. And they're just they're an online community, much like, any online community that you would see, So more specifically, they feel as if the manosphere, the regular, I would say, white manosphere, doesn't address specific issues that uniquely Black people have or Black culture have. So,
okay. So that makes sense. So
It's like Black
even
Twitter.
so you have to be Black to be in the Black manosphere, correct?
Unless you're pearly things.
Right. And here we are tonight, Glenn.
I just really want to just put something out there before we go out
Okay.
go out here. This is a very ironic situation
Mhm.
because you have the Black Manosphere following a number of red pill talking points, which is essentially originated from white men, the white manosphere, and a lot of times, especially in this particular situation, when I'm seeing with pearly things, you have Black men basically deifying white women, a white woman, and a lot of Black men tend to deify white women,
Mhm.
and they're following behind the white manosphere. Yet the white male manosphere is totally against the idea of deifying white women. So you got white men who don't deify their own women, but you have these
Interesting.
Black men that are actually deifying white women. So it's a very interesting kind of dynamic to watch.
Interesting. And so E Black, let me ask. So would you say that the white manosphere, because the original manosphere is white. Is that a correct statement? Is that a fair statement?
I would
What would you say, Glenn? What would you say?
Go ahead.
I would say the original or just the manosphere in itself,
Mm-hmm.
it's aracial. So there's no one race that, what I'm saying, it's supposed to be amoral, apolitical, a religious, aracial. Like
Okay.
it's supposed to be just neutral on all fronts, all accounts. It's just supposed to be all the red pill is evil psychology. It really is like evolutionary psychology. Like just like simmered down to layman's terms.
Okay,
Well,
Glenn,
I have a
but
question with that, Glenn, with the manosphere, with the white men that are a part of it. Do they specifically go after and degrade white women, or just women in general? So
again, I guess you have to look at what you consider degrading. Like if you say degrading, now there's some definitely content creators out there. I would definitely say that are really, on the fringe side that I don't even really line up with, and they just kind of say some really disgusting, off the wall shit, and I'm just like, well, that serves no purpose. But you have to look at some of the things that are being considered degrading is just observation, right? Like evolutionary psychology stuff that is considered. Well, the way that they're throwing around misogynist today is like the definition of misogynist doesn't even really mean what it was defined as, which was supposed to be women hating, like a guy that hates women. But now they're considering misogyny anything that is pointing out a negative behavior in a particular woman. Is like, oh well, you're a misogynist. It's like, so it's kind of loosely thrown out there now. So
let me jump in real quick. But that's the case with every definition now. If you notice, every definition is on steroids. Okay, racist is on steroids. Colorism is on steroids. Anti-black is on steroids. Narrative is on steroids. Straw man talking points is on steroids. Narcissist is on steroids. Misogynist is on steroids.
Everybody's a narcissist. Everybody's a narcissist.
Feminist is a narcissist, right? I think I'm a very traditional woman. I believe in being subservient to my man. I believe, and if I say, yeah, but women should get equal pay if they're doing the same job, it only makes sense to me. You're a feminazi. And I'm like, bitch, I said I'd make my man a sandwich after sex. What's wrong with you?
You didn't say you're going to bring him juice, though. See, it's the sandwich and the juice. Like, you should have the juice should not be asked for. It should just come with the sandwich.
Oh, that's where I fucked up. Yeah. So going back, I did want to say this, Glenn. Okay, now you said that the manosphere was basically, it should have been all encompassing, right? It's just male of view. It's just male points of view. However, E. Black just said that he didn't feel that manosphere that was supposed to be all encompassing was addressing issues of Black men. So are you being a little like conveniently like
white, presumptuous?
I'm just saying, presumptuous. From what it was originally. Okay, so if you look at the manosphere, you have to look at the entirety of it, because everybody likes to confuse the red pill with the manosphere. So one, the manosphere was a name coined by a woman like group that said all these guys are in this manosphere. Like when it was like when they were on Reddit or they were on different forums, guys like talking to each other on these forums. That's what they labeled as the manosphere. So the guys never even created the term manosphere. Oh. It was actually coined by a woman group that actually ended up coming out like some news anchor brought it up and said it in like some like talk show or whatever. And so that's where the name manosphere came from. So in this manosphere space, you have MRAs, which are men's rights activists, right? And then you'll have red pill group, and then you'll have like the black pill group, and then you have like all the other pills that they got going on.
Pickup artists.
Pickup artists is another one, yeah. And so they give all these different like, groups of people that are labeled under this umbrella group called the manosphere. So like it's a I call it the mano swamp. All right.
That sounds more appropriate.
Because I just overdosed on pills. Red ones, blue ones.
Right.
Yeah, like the pink one is never really that good. You think it's gonna taste like strawberries, but it doesn't.
Right. It's more like cyanide.
I didn't know men were this hurt and in need for group therapy and circle jerks. And so I didn't know like when the fuck did this happen? I mean, I know I was a little girl back in the 70s, but I don't recall like my dad, my uncles, my brothers, my cousins, my, you know what I mean? I don't recall this, what I want to, and for lack of a better term, if you get offended, you get offended. I'm not trying to offend you, but I don't recall this much weakness this much need, this oh my God, we need to talk about this, we need to congregate. So I don't remember this back in the day. Could it have been there and I missed it because I was a little kid playing with Barbies? I just don't recall. My dad was a loner. He was about his business, my uncles as well. So this is all foreign to me to see all these groups that have popped up. It's kind of like little diseases everywhere. This pill, that, this acronym. Every week there's a new acronym, right?
Well, you got to figure like I would say that it's always been there, but thanks to the internet age. So back in the day, like, you know, my dad would go to the bar, hang out with his buddies, and that's where he would talk his shit about life. You know, like, oh, you know, my ex-wife is this, my ex-wife is that, whatever. My kid's doing this. Like, it was at the bar with his buddies, right? You had your poker group, you know, you had your whatever guys, you know, just that's your group. Well, thanks to the internet and technology, that group is no longer 5 or 6 guys that are invited to your bar anymore. Your bar is now worldwide. Your bar is now connected, you know, across the world, and you don't have to be in the same location. You can all be there virtually. So, you know, technology has literally expanded what was used to be maybe a small, you know, oh, I did forget men going their own way too. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But like what used to be a small clique of guys talking about their individual, you know, problems of life or whatever, now has grown into all those small cliques all over the world are now able to congregate in one area and divert and converse with each other and talk about each other's issues, or how do they get through this issue. You know, it just kind of like bunched up together basically.
Okay, so there are some arguments in the chat. Some people are saying that the manosphere name came from the black man's barbershop. Someone else said that Obsidian said he coined the phrase. So there's chatter in chat. Again,
I will pull up the article because, you know, I always like to bring up the facts. So hold on.
Okay. So Glenn, can we safely assume or say, before we get into this burly thing, can we safely assume or say, right, what I notice about these spaces, like these man spaces, is that they're always trying to separate themselves, right? It's like good cop, bad cop. Hey, I wear the uniform, but I'm one of the good guys, right? I see that a lot, right? But collectively, right? We normally judge a thing collectively. Unfortunately, that's how human beings are. That's why we say shit like atheists X, Y, and Z, Christians X, Y, and Z, them black people X, Y, and Z, them Puerto Ricans X, Y, and Z. We look at things as a collection. We don't say, hey, I met this guy once, he was such and such, collectively. So from the outside looking in, if I'm an alien just dropped here and I start scrolling YouTube, right? Because that's how I felt like when I first got to YouTube. I felt like an alien. I was like, who is this person? Who is this person? This person seems cool. This person, oh my God, this is a piece of shit. That's a fucking rat. That's, you know, and then you learn as you go. But what I've noticed is even the guys that hey, I'm MGTOW. Hey, I'm red pill. Hey, I'm black pill. Hey, I'm blue pill. They all collectively can congregate together and get along famously. And I think that's interesting. Like E Black said, he went to a convention and all of them were in there with all their talking points, getting along, I'm sure famously. There was no fist fights, right, E Black?
No.
Everybody got along fine. So what's the point of separating all these people? To me, they fall under the same umbrella. Why does everybody want to? I'm not manosphere though. I'm just red pill. I'm just MGTOW. You're all the same fucking herd.
It's reminding me of Christianity. Like, it's like you got the AME and the Baptists and the Pentecostals and all that stuff. Like, it sounds like that. It sounds kind of like a religion with different sects.
Well, to be fair, you got to understand, just like health. I mean, you got vegans, you got your calisthenics, you have every herbalist, you have every different variation of how people want to be healthy. So I think it's fair to have, like, I understand the need to phrase everybody under the same group, but I think everybody has different motives. Some people, like I said, I've heard people say, you know, I'm just strictly red pill. And I've heard people say, you know what, I'm MGTOW, you know, but their motives are just different. And they may have some commonality and they may feel the certain way. We all feel we should be healthy. That's for we should be eating right. And, you know, it's kind of the same thing, and I personally don't see nothing wrong with it. In my opinion, especially in this day and age after the big shutdown. I think the internet shows the need for us to connect on different levels and ways because who knows what's going to happen next.
Okay, so would you say, if simply put, do you think that the manosphere, red pill, blue pill, green pill, purple, MGTOW, PUA, SY, what's the other one? Go save yourself.
SYSBM.
SYSBM. Do you
AME,
think,
Southern Baptist.
Oh God, yeah.
do you think that collectively, they've done more good than harm? And also, how is it manifesting? If your answer is, hey, this is good, men have a place to talk, how is that manifesting? How is that helping the community that you hold so dear? Have there been any advancements? Have there been, like, you tell me.
Are they coming, like, are they getting closer to women? Are they, like,
Well,
building
I
more
think
bonds?
once again, I think it just comes down to what's the motive. Not every content creator or person or forum board is going to be productive. Just in the manosphere, you learn about child support, how unfair the child support system is. You'll learn about leveling up and how to make yourself a better man. And I've heard a lot of different things in which, like, I can say, if somebody heard this, yeah, this will help them. I do think that just like entertainment, you put if you put money in a lot of different places, you're gonna get a lot of bad apples. So I think that it's a give and take. I think too much of anything is gonna, be bad. So and this is kind of what I was talking with when I was discussing trying to hold Pearl accountable. I was like, okay, you're talking to an audience that is stereotypically vulnerable. They're open to information, ideologies. It's one of the most erratic groups of young men spaces. Why would you do that? Do you understand why we need an apology from you? Like I understand. It's one thing for a guy in a political space, but even a political guy, he should understand. You got Pizzagate. The guy went into a pizzeria and did what he tried to do because he heard a rumor about Hillary Clinton. So I think every space has their vulnerability, but this space in particular, I think, to introduce or to infuse your audience with this was just irresponsible. And that's just my opinion.
Okay, really quickly, hold that thought, E Black. Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon. Don Levon says they all get along because they have one thing in common. They have a really hard time dealing with women as an adult. Oh, shit. Oh, God damn.
I just need to really, I just really want to
Holy shit.
I just really want to have a really candid conversation today and not dance around semantics and so on and so forth. Look, listen, I'm from New York. And one thing I always say to people, do you want the truth or you want the facts?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times those aren't necessarily the same things when you're dealing with people. And one of the facts is that at the end of the day, white men can afford to argue with their women. Because in the end, they always choose each other. This is a fact. All right. There's no pool of divestors in the white community. They ain't choosing nobody else but each other. Okay. The black community can't afford to be at odds with each other. All right.
Preach.
And there's this narrative on both sides, men and women, that the answer is disconnecting from each other. Somehow the come up is actually, in the arms of someone who doesn't look like you. These are some of the talking points that we need to really address. Now, I understand we like to talk about other things, that are true. There's a lot of things personally that black men go through and so on and so forth. But that's one of the main things that we need to talk about. We can't afford to be sitting here and arguing with our women, man. We just can't do that.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to get to. But I'm getting a bunch of texts, you all, from people who are watching the show and they're unfamiliar with this strange looking white woman on the thing. So can we just give a brief synopsis of who she is before we go any further?
Oh yeah, true. So, oh my God, I should have did that. So sorry, but I'd like one of the E Black. You probably know more about her than I do. That woman there with the black Superman. Now, here's the thing. Her name is Just Pearly Things. Is that her YouTube name? Just Pearly Things?
Mhm.
Okay. And then they call her Pearl, but her real name is Hannah some shit. Hannah something.
Hannah Pearl Davis.
Hannah Pearl Davis. Okay, so everybody watching. This is a white woman. You got to emphasize the H. She's a white woman. Every bit of it. Okay, she's as white as they get. All right, you got to see her. Woo, yeah, that's white. So she basically had a YouTube channel for a long time, and then she filled the shoes of Kevin Samuels, and then everybody ran over to her channel. She has 1 million subscribers now. That's
Let her
that's
let
what I
her
think.
let her tell you she started off doing content. It was trash,
Okay.
and it she did one video on was Jordan Peterson, and her channel blew up, and then she just started reacting to red pill content. Sadly enough, I remember her from a very early age. Our YouTube channel started in the early spring summer of 2001. I remember very vividly. I was actually at the point of time saying, should I do Kevin Samuels' reaction? Well, everybody's doing it. I could do it, and I seen the whitest woman reacts to Kevin Samuels' video. I said, you know what? This is bootlegging. Anybody can see it, and there's a lot of channels that are dead now that rode the wave, and some are living now, and so she may disagree and say she started off with red pill. I just say she carried on Kevin Samuels' ride of subscribership. I'm sorry, I'm having a blank, but reaction channels that just essentially took the next step, and that's just who she is right now. So she's very affluent now in the red pill space, and she has 1.3 million subscribers based on red pill conversations.
And there was something you said earlier that I wholeheartedly agree with, and I felt like you answered your question with what you said, right? When you said, I was wondering, you said something like, I was wondering, how did she get here? Or something like that, something. But basically, and then but prior to that, you said she gears her stuff to an audience that's already vulnerable, right? She knew that. She knew that. That's the whole thing about colonization in any of its forms, right? You find the vulnerable and the weak and you exploit on that. So I feel like she was very and is very calculated in what she does. And
really quickly, I see y'all backstage, my darlings. I can't really see. I see you backstage, but I need you guys to cam up. I'm not doing avatars. I don't do that anymore. I don't do avatars anymore. Need your faces. Need your beautiful faces. Conversation is better when we can see your face. So quite simply, I want to talk about the hypocrisy really quickly, right? Really quickly. Let's talk about some of the hypocrisy. As you guys know, a lot of you came to know me because I called a man a bitch ass nigga because he's a bitch ass nigga, right?
Observation.
Right? Just an observation, right? And a lot of people and then they stamp me, she a racist, right? Because I called a man a bitch ass nigga. I mean, he was sitting there in his girdle, okay, sweating from the brow. And we got into a debate on this other man's channel. And the other guy, he does law. He always wears that blue, musty, royal blue suit. Okay. Yeah, it's her. Okay. He sits there in his royal blue, musty suit, right? Trying to be down, right? Okay. And we were on his channel. So this fat man kept coming at me. And I simply was saying, very briefly, so you know the history, I was simply saying, just call me by my name. I think that's fair, right? And it's respectful. Just call me Jen. I'm cool calling you your name. Not sweetie. He started doing the feminine thing that a lot of these cats do on these channels, right? Calling me sweetie, like calling me out of my name. I said, look, I don't know you. Just call me Jen. It's so simple. And I'll call you by your name. He persisted. And I said, okay, if you keep calling me out of my name, I'm just going to call you a bitch ass nigga. And that's where we're going. That's how it's going to be. And then, people pretended to drop their teacups. Oh my God, the Latina said nigga. Oh my God. So there's royal blue musty suit wearing motherfucker who does law. I call him the divorce attorney. Okay. He does a whole stream dedicated to me because this is when he just first started climbing. So he was looking to see what got the Negroes involved, right? He was like, "Ooh, the Negroes like talking about race, so I'm gonna talk about race, right?" So he exploited me being Latina, saying "nigga." Now this motherfucker, I don't know what backwoods he comes from, but I'm from New York, and that's how we talk, bitch, right? And I have my own relationship with the word nigga, and I stopped using it for my own reasons, right? No outside forces; it was all internal, right? So he went and did his stream. Thank you for a long, long time.
I wish I can do that.
I know.
It's either that one and bitches.
And don't get me wrong, E Black. Like I still slip because it's part of the culture and the history and how we grew up. But every now and then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I remember something Oprah said and I'm sticking to what Oprah said, and that's how it's gonna be, right?
What would Oprah do?
Right. What would Oprah do? So fucking true. So fucking true. So hold on, because when this person calls, I got the answer.
Ooh, that must be a point.
Hello?
Well, and
I am live.
I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, there's some people who call in business and you got to answer, honey.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, anyway, long story short, that's how a lot of you came to know of me because I was the racist Latina who said nigga, right? I'm like, damn, motherfucker, I said it with the hard G and the A at the end because I'm from the Bronx, bitch, right? But they tried to make this whole to-do like the Latina racist, right? And then the royal blue musty suit wearing motherfucker ran with it. He did content because it got him spins. And then the fat bitch that I called bitch ass nigga, he ran and did content because it got him spins. Because race is a hot button topic on YouTube. We all know it. It's how people are baited. It's a big deal. So let's go back to Burley things and the hypocrisy. The same royal blue musty suit wearing motherfucker, right? I didn't see, I didn't hear, but I heard through the streets because when you're in the YouTube streets and ghetto, you hear a lot of bullshit. I heard that he was sucking Burley Thing's dick. I could be wrong. But the word on the streets is that this same royal blue musty suit wearing motherfucker who tried to paint me a racist, because I called the bitch ass nigga, okay? Tried to paint me a racist, was sucking Burley Thing's dick. Recently. So since there's many layers to this, therein lies the hypocrisy where black men will look at me because it's easy because remember I said, right? Black men in these spaces who want to bait people with race, they like crabs and they walk sideways, right? They're not going to attack the white people because a lot of them are afraid of white people and a lot of them just, plain as it is, worship white people. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to swing up, right? You're going to go sideways and think you can attack me and label me a certain type of way because you're afraid of white women and white men and you worship white women and white men and you want to be white adjacent. So they thought they were going to attack me and I was going to keep my mouth shut. Oh, baby. Lily, can I get a baby the way you say it? Because I can't even say it.
Baby.
Hello. Right. So let's talk a little bit about, now that I got that off my little Puerto Rican chest, let's talk a little bit about the hypocrisy. How, if let's say like an actress, I forgot that chick's name, but she was singing along with the Fugees and in the Fugees record, the word nigga is used as is used in hip hop and everybody painted her racist and she had to apologize and it was a big to do. Right. And I think they thought I was that type of Latin. I think they thought they was going to come at me like that. And I was going to be like, oh my God, if I hurt anybody's feelings, I think that's Gina Rodriguez.
We learned quick, Jen. Okay.
E-Black, like they really thought I was a Gina Rodriguez or a Jennifer Lopez. I was like, oh, you think I was those type of Puerto Ricans? Oh, baby. Lily, can I get a baby?
Baby.
Okay. I'm like, oh, you thought I was one of them, like them white adjacent Latins. Oh, no. I'm one of them black adjacent Latins. I'm on the other side. I'm not that, honey. I'm not, no Ben Affleck for me. No, sorry, puppy. So the hypocrisy that I want to go back to is that Burley Things said the most ridiculous, insulting, ass backward things about slavery which affected predominantly Africans, which affected, and then years after, Jim Crow and, oppression and the there's so many things that came after that. And this burly bitch sits up there and talks about Alex Haley embellished roots and slavery wasn't that bad. And hey, slaves loved their masters so much, they went free and then went running back to pay their masters, right? Because they were so indebted to them. And the same motherfucker who tried to paint me racist, right? Calling somebody a bitch ass nigga, which is a Bronx thing. You know how we talk, right? This bitch, that's how we talk, right? Tried to paint me racist for a couple streams, and the other fat bitch who sits there in a girdle look like he can't breathe. Okay. But when it comes to burly things,
you need a BBL.
Yes, badly he needs a BBL. So, but when it comes to burly things, they're upholding her. She is the queen, right? So is it hypocrisy, or is it like Minister Farrakhan said, y'all are just prostitutes and you go where the money goes? Because these black men know if they associate with burly things who has 1.3 million followers, it's better for their hustle. And my thing is, I still don't knock a hustle. I still don't knock a hustle, black man. If you are a prostitute, because a lot of you are, don't think that prostitution is exclusive to women. A lot of men are prostitutes as well. A lot of men are groupies as well. Nobody talks about that. There are a lot of men who are groupies and a lot of men who are prostitutes, okay? And will sell their ass to be adjacent to a white woman because she has 1.3 million followers and they're addicted to the bag that YouTube gives you. A lot of these motherfuckers, attorney or not, are making more money now than they've ever made their entire fucking careers with YouTube. Okay, making way, way more money. So they're thinking,
and way more attention in addition to that.
Way more attention. So they're thinking, oh my God, what can I? Oh shit, this white bitch said, yeah, she talked about slavery, but shit, I don't care about racism that much. I think I like money better. So let me go and defend this bitch so I can get her in her good graces, and then she'll have me over there, and then I'll be exposed to her 1.3 million followers, and I could be the next Kevin Samuels, right? So is it hypocrisy, or is it just these motherfuckers is prostitutes? A bunch
Jen,
of prostitutes.
before we get into that, first of all, when
yes, sir,
I seen it, I was wondering when you was going to do this topic. I was wondering.
Hi, Mama. There's an echo.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes. How?
Yeah, there's an echo.
Are you listening to us on another device?
No, actually, I got the other one mute. Oh, let me go. Let me.
Your mic needs to be set to echo canceling.
I'll drop that link again. Go out and come back.
Okay.
So,
but Jen,
Black, no, let me say, before you say something, I'm so glad you said that, because that is the only reason I'm doing this stream. I had numerous people, okay, white and black, tell me, Jen, you got to cover this. What's going on? Cover it. Take it to the block. Take it back. I was like, I don't give a fuck about this bitch. Do I? You know what I mean? X, Y, and Z. I don't give a fuck about this bitch. So this is by request. Because I said, I like giving the audience what they want. If it was up to me, I dropped that YouTube street shit. I dropped that. I've been flourishing. My panel is gorgeous. We good over here. Okay? And we're expanding. All right. Oh, since I got 60 people in the room, April 15th.
Yes.
April 15th, tax day. April 15th on the block with Jen, 8 p.m. sharp. We're having a block talent battle. If you have a talent, singing, acting, dancing, if you got a monologue, if you could tie a cherry stem with your tongue, if you play the bongos, the drums, the violin, the guitar, the piano, April 15th, we're doing a block talent battle, and there's going to be a cash prize, okay? Because I put my motherfucking money where my motherfucking mouth is. I don't just want y'all up here acting the fool, okay? We're going to critique you, but people will vote, and if you get the most votes, you get the money, okay? April 15th, block talent battle. Tell your friends, tell your kids who rap, tell your daughter who sings, whatever it is you do, your talent, April 15th, right up here on the block with Jen. Hit me on the block with Jen at Gmail. Send me your picture and what talent you're going to do. On the block with Jen at Gmail. April 15th, 8 p.m. sharp. We're only taking 10 people. Yes. We're only taking 10 people to compete. However, if you want to wait in the queue because somebody flakes and sometimes people get nervous and don't come up, we'll pull you up. But April 15th, since y'all are all here lurking, I hope you hit my like button too. April 15th, block talent battle. E-Black, back to what you were saying.
So, like I said, I remember those days vividly. I remember your reaction to it. I remember every single thing.
It's a,
This is just the
Why
same
is that
thing.
shit?
it's an echo. It's an echo.
I'm actually mute. I don't know how.
Oh, now you're good now.
Okay.
Oh no,
No,
it's still an echo.
Hi y'all. Hi all.
No, it's an echo.
Hi. It's an echo.
Yeah,
Jen,
did you go
why
out
not?
and come back in?
I
Jen,
did. Hold up. Let
Jen,
me get my.
try to set her echo cams on her microphone.
Wait. Let me get my microphone. Hold up. I'll be right back, fam. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Leave it on mute.
Yeah, I just put it on mute. Go ahead, E. Oh, give us the history, E, because you was here, baby. You was here.
So I
Lily
remember.
doesn't know. Lily does not know what went down.
Oh,
So for
I know
about
a little bit of it.
So for about a week, Jen was, put on the chopping block, and
Mhm.
her comments were deemed insensitive, and but there's a lot of questions about why you said what you meant, and when it came down to it, it really just came down to culture differences. It wasn't like I didn't hear racism out of you. It was just kind of like a cultural difference, and people didn't want to hear it out your mouth. I'll be honest with you, they just did not want to hear you say it.
Yeah.
I also feel that this is kind of the similar situation with Burrow. I think they just. I'm as
Wait,
Black Power as the next person.
E,
I
are
just
you saying that she's saying, because again, I don't watch her. Are you saying that she's saying things that are true, kind of like a Candace Owens,
no
but people don't
no
want to
no
hear it?
no. I don't think she's saying something that's true. I just don't think that people are ready for that conversation coming from that person.
So you're saying right message, wrong messenger.
Right message, wrong messenger. Right.
So what's the message then? What is her
Well,
message? I'm curious.
no. I'm not saying right message. I'm sorry if I'm fumbling it up. I'm saying there's certain people who are qualified to have these type of conversations.
Okay.
She's obviously unqualified to have these conversations. Therefore, she deserves the backlash she's getting.
Okay. So I did
well,
see.
if you're
Go ahead.
unqualified to have these conversations, at least tell the goddamn truth.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to sit here and try to see, this is the problem that I have, and this is why it's, again, let's talk the facts. This is the problem why Black Americans have huge self-esteem problems. We got white people who love to explain slavery in the context that it wasn't so bad. You try to, they constantly try to make it, tell you the story that you were subjugated, your ass was beat, you was raped, you was treated like trash. They don't talk about the slave rebellions. They don't talk about when you fought back. They don't talk about, fighting back led to the actual, American Revolution. They don't talk about these real things. They don't talk about Rosewood. They don't talk about, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma. They don't talk about all the real things that they need to discuss that might give you a sense of self-worth, might give you a sense of being, and might give you direction. It's all white talking points to ensure that you stay subjugated and you subconsciously stay in the space in which you're supposed to be. So anytime you see a white face, you see a savior, which is that white woman. So when she came in there and started talking all that shit that you wanted, maybe your mammy to say, or maybe some other Black woman to say, when you saw it wrapped up in the face of a white woman, it made it even sweeter. And that's the reality of a lot of this. There's a lot of psychological components, attached to this shit that people really need to talk about.
Tiny, go ahead, Tiny. Wait, it says unmute. Okay, you have to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me better?
See.
Oh shit! How y'all doing, man?
Hi.
They're in the house. I'm so
Okay,
happy.
cool.
How
Good,
y'all
man.
doing? How's my fellow folks doing and stuff like that? BK in the house.
Brooklyn in the
You already know and shit like that. Ain't got no fire,
E-Black is
Bobby, why
leaving
your
us.
cat laying on my bread, Nico?
I'll be right back.
No, he like, wait a minute. Stay.
Poppy, why the cat laying on the bread, nigga? Yo, come
but
get
It
this
ain't a
motherfucking cat.
bodega if the cat ain't on the bread, baby.
Come
it's
get this cat
not.
out working in the Dominican store and shit, making fucking $7 an hour. Don't play. In New York, we
You're
get it. Yo,
Bodega cat. I miss the bodega
bodega
cat, man.
cat.
the
Right.
last bread. Look, the last bread.
The last
Papi,
bread.
get your cat, motherfucker.
He gonna be on the cat
Right,
and the
right.
produce. I mean the bread and the produce.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So Tiny, before chat, come on, chat. Hold
What
me
they
down.
say? Hold
Hold me down,
Jack on the
chat.
block, damn.
Yeah, they're getting a little spicy. I want everybody to get along. Get a little spicy. Get a little spicy. Everybody, whoosah, relax.
What y'all saying?
There's a hot topic. I know.
What y'all saying?
Go ahead,
Nothing new
Tiny.
under
What
the
you got?
Not in the under the sun. And shit like that. Yo, but
What you got, Tiny?
Pearly, I want y'all to go and check out how she first. Did you check out her man, Angry Man from TikTok? How, yo, that's how she really got started. He's a character from TikTok. His name is Angry Reaction. Look him up. And she was his thing, his floozy and shit like that. And
Angry
she
Man?
worked, huh?
Angry Man was fucking her?
Angry Reaction Man, the one that be like, "What you talking about?" All that funny ass videos.
Oh no, that's I know who you're talking about. It's a dude on TikTok.
That
That's
was a dude
her
on
ex
TikTok? Oh,
Yeah,
man. That's
yeah.
her ex man. That's who she was rolling with. He dogged her. He dog walked her. Okay. So her little pearly little ghost look herself didn't just come on the scene all pearly and pretty. Okay, she got dragged. She got slashed. She had to put her open toe in her mouth. I think he was smashing cakes on her head, all kinds of types of funny shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's a funny black big dude, and he gives 0 Fs. You know what I'm saying? He give no Fs.
Okay, so
So
that's how she hit the scene basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's a whole dun at this point. Now how she got in the manosphere, black men, they always gotta find something to piss the black woman off. They know damn well they be all day behind the black woman, but they gotta find some way to piss her off. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was all about. Cause they make money off the black woman and bad talking and belowering, and then they go back and forth to and fro. You already know.
Oh, it's lucrative. I mean, it's lucrative. That is why it keeps happening. It's very, very. I mean, it's you want to get rich on YouTube. Talk badly about black women.
Racism is capitalism, and that shit is crazy. At this point, it's
And
crazy.
attention is currency.
Currency. Hello, you cannot have my energy.
E Black, do you think that this right here from the Mermaid, Pearl stole Kevin Samuels' talking points? Is that what she does? Does she do Kevin Samuels' talking points?
She stole his talking points, but she also stole Rollo Tomasi. She also stole a lot of different red pill talking points. I consider it like this: you can be a gun owner, but not necessarily be pro NRA. But
Okay.
NRA likes talking like NRA people.
Yep.
So she learned how to talk like an NRA person.
All right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But this is my thing. It's not so much of her that disturbs me because colonizers are going to colonize.
Yeah.
I feel like the bigger conversation here is how she got propped up to that level. That's what I would love to hear, the theories behind that. Like, because that's really saying a lot. Because who's propping her up primarily?
Black man.
she also is heavily funded. Her manager is a big right wing dude.
Yeah.
No, she got money behind her.
Same manager as Candace Owens. Same manager as Ben Shapiro.
So she got
okay, so
she's serving two masters.
she's got connections. Yeah, she has she has real connections.
Well,
She's
the
got
thing
good
is that
money
she's
behind
not even serving two masters because she's not serving
her.
black people. She's using them.
No. But she's kind of, I think, slowly shifting into the white male manosphere because if you think about
Slowly?
it, you know what I mean? Well,
She
you know what I
jumped.
mean? If you kind of really think about it, if she had to really use black people because I mean, look at her. the white male manosphere wouldn't have accepted her immediately. They wouldn't have. You know what I mean? And now that she has the opportunity to hang out with Chad and Nazi Chad and all these other motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and she has the opportunity to be in those spaces. She's taking full advantage of it. This woman sat here and said with her whole face, she basically said that FBA, Black Americans are lazy. And she basically also said that my Africans.
I saw that.
My Africans basically are, great employees. My Africans. That is the whitest shit. That is the whitest shit.
Okay, so I did watch. I think I sent it to you guys. I did watch. I think it was like 10-minute kind of apology, because she never apologized during the whole video. She just explained why she said what she said. Right? See, but she needed to take a page out of my book. Bitch, say it with your chest. You said it because you want to say it.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
I don't
because you want to say it.
I never.
Can I speak to someone Haran said? Haran, you're absolutely right. The white manosphere, she can't hang with Chad. If you really look at a lot of the white manosphere, those chicks are hot.
Yes.
Hot.
Yes.
Like, and I don't mean that as a black man, oh, I'm adoring a white woman. It's like, there's a difference between.
There's
a difference. And I can understand why she may not get accepted being unmarried. That's another key factor. So, Haran, you're absolutely right. She's just not accepted fully by the manosphere without any credentials until she got her weight up. And
wait a minute. So are we saying that a 2 or a 3 in the white manosphere is a 7, 8 in the black manosphere?
I did not say that. Don't I?
I said it.
He didn't have to say it. He didn't have to say.
And listen, that's just not manosphere.
Guess what though? When Glenn was here, when we was in the chat, Glenn said that. Glenn said himself, notice we didn't speak about it in our manosphere. I was like, yeah, we did notice that. And we know why you didn't say anything about it.
That's not a manosphere thing, though.
So let me ask a spicy question: Is the fallout and the response to the protection of burly things, right? And it's funny because black men are like, black men don't protect us. Well, fuck, they sure protect the fuck out of burly things. Let me tell you, because I've seen some shit in those comments, and I'm like, yo, they going hard for this woman. If you go to her comments. Yes, if you go to her comments on Instagram, it's like, yo, you would think she's the second coming of Jesus Christ. But do you think that it's a sign of black men are still very willing to be subordinate to white people, specifically even white women? Is this a sign? Is this plantation residue? What is this? Because it's bizarre.
I think it is. I think that
because she's not offering them anything. She's not offering them money. She's not offering them looks. She's not offering them anything. So make it make sense.
Jen, I said this. I always say that. I said that the white gaze is still an issue in our community. The importance of the white gaze, especially when that Will Smith shit, when that happened. The first thing that came out of everybody's mouth was like, man, we can't be doing that in front of white people. Man, get the fuck out of here. Have your opinion about the situation, but don't be sitting there worried about what white people think. Everything in our, lexicon is we constantly worried about what white people think. We need to get away from that to establish our own identity in order to establish our own, direction, our own talking point, and so on and so forth. Because if we continue to sit here and subconsciously believe that the white gaze is the end all be all to everything, we will never be self-sufficient. We'll always look to them to feel like somebody, to feel important, man. Well, and those of us who don't are seen as difficult or militant, or some shit like that. Exactly, or pro-black. Like, no, motherfucker. Well, if you want to call me pro-black, fine. You pro-white. Let's just keep it real. Just like someone else is pro-Asian and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day,
you're supposed to be.
Exactly. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
You're supposed to be.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
But can I add? I think it's 3 things. I think for one, there's a group of, say, black content creators that are hunting and fishing for a white audience. There's
That is another
also
point.
Ding,
there's
ding, ding, ding,
also
ding, ding, ding.
there's also red pill content creators who want to protect their golden child who is on the rise. So she's a red pill content creator. So of course they're going to want to say what she's saying is right, and she's speaking for us, or she's what she is what she's saying really that wrong in terms of red pill. So there's that thing, and then there's contrarians, people who just want to be contrarian, just to hate, just to say, "Oh, you hate that person? Well, we like that person." And I think
Yep.
I think in terms of content creation, we all know heated battles of discussion are always going to sell. So I think you're getting a mixture of all three things. You're
Mm-hmm.
getting black content creators saying, "You know what? I'm not going to jump out on the fence on racism or racist talking points because I do want to vibe for a white audience." I also think, hey, these are red pill content creators. I need to protect my own. And then I also
Mm-hmm.
think, hey, you hate her that much. I'm gonna make you mad by just saying I like her.
Mm. So it's a combo of things. Thank you so much for the super chat, Donovan. Hit that like button, you lurking lames.
I believe that last point because they come in our chat and do that. That's
That's
why. Yeah, they
true.
come in
That's
anytime we
true.
have a conversation about the Black manosphere and anything like that. They will come and we won't even. This is the first time we've ever addressed this woman, right? But they will literally come and we're not even talking about her, and they will
Mm-hmm.
flood our chat with uplifting this white woman,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just find that very interesting because the people who flood the chat uplifting her are Black men.
Mm-hmm.
And these are like, let me go back to the fact that these are conversations where we're not even discussing the woman. So it's weird. It's just weird to me. Just weird.
Yeah, it's like we'll be having a panel on something else, and then I'll have like two. Well, I don't have them anymore because I blocked their asses. But I have like 2-3 people in the chat, like, yeah, Miss Pearlet thing's more feminine than you, Jen. We love Miss Pearlet. I'm like, who the fuck? I mean, we were talking about like artificial intelligence, and I got these idiots in my chat about. I'm like, who the fuck is? I don't get the fuck out of here. So it does happen. The contrarians is just like they want, but they're the ones, in my opinion, who catapulted her
Yes.
to fame. Now, do you think that some people, because I've had a dude up here too defending her. Remember that guy?
They
Gated
do it all the
community
time.
guy?
Yeah. But yeah, you're talking about the guy. Yeah. Mhm.
Gated community guy. So he was up here, and this was a long, long time ago when her name came up because of the chat, and I was talking about her and what I thought, and he was up here vehemently, protecting the white prize. And I'm like, has she sucked your balls? Has she made you a sandwich? Like, make it make sense. Because I don't mind people defending anybody, but make it make sense. Be like, well, one time she loaned me $100, or one time she helped me get this job. And then, that's not race specific. Whoever helps you, right? But just on a whim, just because she's white, like, oh.
That's all it is.
There's another thing that really puts a bad taste in my mouth. As Black people, we just have a long history of selling each other out. That's how we got over this fucking country.
Thank you, Haran.
Because a bunch of us sold each other out with no fucking foresight. So we just
Clout is a hell of a drug.
Well, it is. You know what I mean? And it's just we just have no fucking honor. You know what I mean? When it comes to certain things, and it's just disgusting to watch grown men just sit there and just ready to just sit on this woman's lap and just behave like children. It's just disgusting.
It reminds me of Kanye West coming down the stairs with Donald Trump and Steve Harvey.
I remember that.
We were on an election day. We were like, man, we not gonna mess with this president. Everybody was in alignment, and then you always got the guys that just say, I'm looking out for my family.
Always.
What are you guys gonna do for me? Mm-hmm. I was robbed by a black man. A black man stole my lunch. It's the same old thing, and it's like, I get it, but it's hard. It's hard for us to really be united in a lot of ways because the coons are always going to undermine the resistance that we always put up.
I mean, since the plantation, always.
They was the one that they were the one. Go ahead, Lila. I'm so sorry.
I was about to say, I posted last week, the most ignorant and the loudest will always overshadow any anyone else in any community, especially in the Black community. It's like the white media, they push them forward, the most ignorant and the loudest ignorant one. It's always from before social media. When we just saw the news, that was always a joke. They was gonna get the person with no teeth and the hair not done, and that just has carried on over into this YouTube space as well, and social media.
I mean, that's why Cardi B has a career.
There you go.
That's why Cardi B has a career.
There you
when
go.
when you look at Love and Hip Hop, the worst character on there was the crazy Latina she's Dominican and I forgot the other half. But it's like she was the loudest one, the one that was always willing to fight. And then it's like, okay, now we have her on the conveyor belt. Krishan Rock is next. And she's even better because she ain't got a whole tooth in her mouth. So, she's next. So they're constantly pumping out these caricatures of our people, constantly, right? The caricatures. Not the girl that plays the violin, not the girl that can actually rap. Who cares about them? Where's the girl with the no tooth fighting her, rolling around on the floor with her man with a bottle of Hennessy on her, in her other hand? Like that's the girl that we're going to put on the cover of Vogue. So it's been happening a long time. So is it?
Jay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jen.
They got to her. They got to her.
You know what?
They got to her. They got to her.
They got me.
That was the lawyer. The lawyer put his people on it. They got Chat GPT. They went on Chat GPT.
He got the white people on it. He got the white people on it.
Like, you see, you spend too much science now.
That was way too much. It's like
there's gonna be some consequences attached.
And what's funny is on YouTube
teaching the black and the browns. Don't talk about don't teach the black and the browns.
But on YouTube, in reality, when you do that, they will start messing with your stream.
I've seen it happen. No, I've seen it happen.
It's real. So the YouTubers that I follow, when they want to talk about something serious, they save it to the end because they know if they do it too far in the beginning, it's going to
okay.
So that's the trick.
I've seen it happen a lot of times.
Really quickly, super chat break. Adam Hearn, thank you for the super chat. Adam Hearn says, life is crazy. White red pillars are starting to engage with Islam on YouTube now. The grift is real. George Cook, a white man, okay, a regular on the block with Jen, says, the convo is muy picante tonight. From my understand, Pearly approached many content creators on how to market herself. She is an opportunist who is filling a vacuum. This is a white man talking about Pearly things. So that's interesting. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the black men are defending her. So let's go into another layer. Do you think that she also gets defense because black men... Hey, sugar. Because black men just like defending and upholding anybody they feel is attacking black women. So they'll stand behind anything. Yes. Black, white, yellow, blue, green,
a dog, purple.
Like, let's say if I grifted, and I'm not going to fucking grift. I don't give a fuck if I stay at 4,000 subs forever, but I'm not going to grift because I got to say what I like saying, right? That's a thing. I got to say what I like saying. You know this, E. Yeah. I gotta say what I like saying. It's part of me. But even with that whole she a racist, right? If I grifted, let's say if I was like, oh my God, I just want to, I see the error of my ways, and I want to uphold black men because they've done so much for me, and I've learned so much. And I start doing that shit, right? They'd come running over here, and then they'd pit me against black women. That is what would happen. That is what, and it would happen quick.
And they actually did try, Jen. You remember?
Tried.
Yes.
And it did get you followers, and it got you followers.
Yeah.
I think there's another layer attached to this.
They tried everything with me. Dang.
There's another layer attached to
it. I was like, Scarface, I take your bullet. I take your bullet. God.
The other layer attached to this is that there really needs to be, and this is not going to happen, but there's a real conversation that needs to be had about between black men and black women. Because a lot of black men, I'm just going out and say it, and I've said it constantly. A lot of black men are treating a lot of these black women like they're their mamas, man. That's there's this weird dynamic that needs to be discussed. Black people need to go in a corner and talk about their issues. And
Mm,
them not doing that, there we are leaving ourselves vulnerable for shit like this.
there you go.
Whether it's this white woman doing that, whether it's Cynthia G doing what she does, whether it's whomever doing whatever she does. If you do not take care of your demons, you do not take care of your issues, you leave yourself vulnerable for manipulation, for being used in manners that's just going to lead to self-destruction. And
Mm,
at the end of the day, man, I've seen it for decades. All of these people, all these brothers, man, they ain't nothing but another motherfucking group of black people who's just making money off of black pain, man, making money off of black dysfunction. And I've said black dysfunction has, as young as as I can remember, black dysfunction has been $1 billion industry, man.
Yeah,
shit.
Like this shit is a money maker.
yeah.
Like
And
everybody's pocketing off of this shit.
I mean, look, like I said, I'm not gonna jump all the way off the fence and say, yo, the whole black manosphere is trash. I just understand that there's a difference between the black manosphere and the coonosphere. There's a difference between people who really want to like have conversations, deep intellectual thing, bringing up stats, statistics, actually hold people accountable and have conversations. The problem is that the money is in black dysfunction.
Yes, it's
the
incentivized.
money the money isn't calling black women bees or talking about single pregnancy rates, single mother rates, and welfare and child support and the high emotional topics. But like I said, I'm not going to go off the fence and say that the entire black manosphere is just straight up all about that. I do think there's a single. I don't subscribe to all of them. I'll tell you
Mm,
that right now. Some of them I can't even have on my feed. But
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
like I said, it's just pick your poison with a lot of different people.
What
That's
about
all I can say.
CJ Banks? Says, what about the blue haired dude named Destiny? Black women are always supporting him and agreeing with his hate for passport bros. I said it the other day. The whole thing is in a disarray.
He was in
It's like
support of Pearly Things. He was in support of her.
it's every man. But didn't he do a
He did a show with her.
He
Hmm.
did a show with her, but then wasn't he talking shit about her too?
Oh, he's all over the place.
Yeah, he is.
These
He's
people
he's
don't
he's
even
all over the
have
place.
a lot
He's
of
all
those.
over the place,
That's
man.
what a lot of these people don't have their own talking points. That's
Yeah.
why they're all over the place. They don't know where they stand. Their
Ah,
foot is not cemented in the ground. So what they do is just go with whoever is getting
Hot.
the most views at
J-
that time. That's why I don't take none of these people
Like
seriously.
Jen, remember that meme that I showed you when Umar? I'm not going to talk about the case, but remember when Umar was talking about a particular actor was pushing the effeminate agenda of feminizing the black man, and all of a
yep.
sudden now that actor got involved with the law, and he's and so on and so forth. Now it's a war on masculinity and so on and so forth, and this brother is a
Mm-hmm,
pillar of masculinity. It's like, where are you going, man? Like
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
where are you going? Like where are you? Who are you? Like
Yeah.
who the
That's why
fuck
I
are you?
don't. That's why I don't take it seriously when whether it's Instagram or YouTube. I don't take it seriously when certain people jump in my comments and they say, "Oh, you this, you that." Oh, you always thought. I don't get, motherfucker. You'll be on another comment section, on another YouTube page, on another Instagram page, talking shit over there. Y'all really don't care. Like racism to some people is like a nuisance and nothing more. It's like a little gnat or something, but they don't really care. They don't care to the point where they're gonna go out and really fight and spill blood and trying to, y'all don't
Nah,
really care. This is entertainment. YouTube is
nah,
entertainment. Instagram
nah.
is entertainment, right?
Can I
And
say
we're all
something?
having these discussions. As someone said in the chat that she's not a part of the manosphere, she's just under the umbrella. I'm like, well, tomato, tomato, no?
Can I say
Right?
something, y'all?
Why is she
Yes.
Yes.
why is she
I
even under the umbrella? Anyway, go ahead. I'm
this
sorry.
is this is my humble opinion, and I don't wanna take this lightly. I think that this is all orchestrated, is purposely done by design. And as the black and the brown community, rather you speak English or Spanish, because they look, if you don't know a black man knows Spanish, you ain't gonna be like, excuse me, if you okay, there's so many black people that don't speak English and they look straight black. If you walk up to them, they look like you, like my dad or my uncle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
you gonna be like, excuse me. He'll be like, ¿qué? What you said, papi? So it's all about carbon beans, the science behind it, and they hate the fact that we are waking up some way somehow, even having these types of discussions, coming to a conclusion that we have been conquered and divided. And yeah, everybody has their own, way and traditions and all this and all that. But in the hood, they look at us as the same. So, and I'm from New York, so and I'm very into all kinds of types of people. I don't discriminate. You know what I mean? What I don't like is the marketing strategy she came up with, just like all these other so-called leaders, black leaders, okay? They out here torturing one another, okay, all day, every day. So who is she? I mean, it's she's a Candace follower. She loves Candace. Y'all already know who Candace is, right?
We
Mhm.
do.
Yeah. So that, when you put all this together, I think that it's gonna take all of us as a whole to come together and put a stop to this shit. And even if, the manosphere, they're all walking dead. Cause you could see, I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. They all start doing weird stuff on the camera. Kevin Samuels done died. That divine feminine energy done choked his ass up. And
Not the divine feminine
no,
energy.
but it
Not
is.
the
It is. Look, okay. Listen.
not
As
the,
listen. As okay, when I say divine, I mean righteous. You know what I'm saying? As a
right.
woman, who got the right to just disrespect women, right? But black men and black women, they have this thing where they making money off each other, harming each other, and then every race that they created, because I'm gonna keep it a buck, there's no way in the world you could just be walking around half black and not have a black parent or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So the divide and conquer game is serious. You know what I mean? Folks is over here like, I don't know you, I don't know me, but looking like each other. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's gonna take us as a whole to come together. You know what I mean? Like how we doing, and we make noise about this. That's why they put her on pause. You see what she was saying? Well, it's gonna take a brown and black people to come together, and they paused her because she's like, oh, God forbid if we all come together like this. You know what I mean? This is their worst
That, and that
nightmare.
right. And it's a beautiful thing, but here's the thing, that they were so stupid in their desperation to get close to her so they could get subs and views. So stupid
Mhm.
in their desperation that if you look at her Instagram bio, because I told you I went over there to see what she was about, in her bio, it says they can't get rid of me. And who put her there? So she's not humble. She didn't apologize in the thing. She did her little video where it's like, I know it's stupid. I shouldn't have said that. When I called them my Africans, I didn't mean they were my Africans. I
Yeah,
meant their
yeah.
passport. And when I
What
said,
did she gonna learn about our dysfunctional asses? We might drive her ass crazy. You know what I mean? Cause we just functional like that. We might drive her ass into a suicide wall. Cause we gives no fucks. You
Right,
know what I mean?
we be uplifting you one day and fuck you up the
You
next
up the next day. We some messy
no,
ass.
and she saw no, and she saw that firsthand, and I know she was crying like, yeah, I'm riding this wave of black folks, and then it's like overnight, it's like, oh, bitch, you the devil, and you want to come play over here. This is what happens when you fucking come play over here. This is what
Look,
happens.
she getting
She
her ass
shocked me
fried
though.
now. She
She
getting her
shocked me
ass right
though.
now.
She actually stood up and tried to hold herself accountable on a panel, and that was shocking in my opinion. I didn't think she would. I honestly thought she was gonna just go on and just do her shows and never talk about it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought she was.
I think
I,
she
don't-
was
I don't I
DIA.
don't I don't think whatchamacallit, she looks to me the type that's very good at um and white people in general are like this.
I know what you about to. I know
You
you
know what
about
I'm
to.
about to say, right? They're very, very good, and we tell the white guys that are up here all the time, right? Um, they're very good at playing the game, because they're not as
Absolutely.
emotional as we are. When
I
when
see.
when we're disrespected, it is scorched earth. Fuck you, your mama. I'm coming to your house. I'm pulling up. I don't care. White people are very good because they're not emotionally attached to being insulted, and they already feel superior to us. Imagine that. Imagine you're a CEO of a company, right? Any race, and then your employee, man, fuck you, bitch. And you'd be like, all right, get out of my face. I own the fucking company, right? And you walk around with that air. White people are born with that air. They're born with that air that we are the majority. The majority of the government is white. The majority of law enforcement is white. The majority of corporate America is white. We run this bitch. So what do I care about a little emotional black or brown person? We even see it here with our white friends that come here. We call them all types of shit. I don't call them white devil, cracker, this, that, and the third. And they laugh.
Yeah, they be chilling. I'll be like,
They
"Eh."
be chilling.
Until
Now imagine, and I know what you're gonna say, Haran, which is a great point. Which is a great point. But imagine if we were up here talking to each other like that, we'd be offended, and we have to do a reaction video, and we hate each other. White people would be like, okay, so I'm not surprised that she went over there and was like, what these niggas want me to say?
Until you say, give me back my land, hunky. And then they go crazy.
Right. It's like what they want me to say that I shouldn't have said that.
I mean,
She has 1.3 subscribers. Yahoo News is already talking about her. I saw an
Yes, they
article
are.
about her on Yahoo News. Okay, she's already with the what's his name, the weirdo she had on her show with the
Well, I
Latin
forgot.
name.
Yeah, I know you said.
The Latin name. The guy,
Influencers.
yes, with the
Yeah,
Fuentes dude.
yeah, the
So
fatigue on.
she already crossed over. So what does she care about throwing some shit out there to keep the indigenous folks out? What they want me to say? That I shouldn't have said the
Can someone write me
Africans?
an apology real quick?
See, I
Yeah.
tell people all the time.
And she didn't even say sorry. She didn't apologize.
White people don't know about discrimination and unfairness until
They
it's about
greedy.
white women. Until it's about white women versus white men. The white men get real emotional when
Oh,
it comes.
I thought you was gonna say something else.
No, I mean, I probably was going to say that also, but you know, what I mean, the point of the matter is, I didn't want to forget this. White men get real emotional when it comes to them being feelings that they're being treated unfairly and so on and so forth, and they feel like white women, somebody's jumping to the defense of a white woman before they hear their other side of the story. And white women, oh, they know, they understand, you know what I mean, unfairness very much so because the sexism card is played very well and very quickly. And one of the most dangerous people in corporate America is a crying white woman. Okay. Now I done seen literally the needle
They
stop
be
the moment a white woman start
they be
crying.
like this.
You know what I
911.
mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole
He
9
punching
yards.
me in
Like
my face. He ain't
I've
911
seen
was your emergency.
I've
But
seen
emergency.
white women home second. I've seen white women get people fired in situations in the workplace just off of speculation.
mhm.
Why? Because nobody wants to smoke.
I wanna
Meanwhile,
I did.
a minority might do the same thing, and they just gloss over the situation. But
I just had
anyway,
a news flash. I have a news flash. Okay.
uh-oh.
I literally just the last time I just got a phone call from another content creator, and he
Mhm.
was like, "I'm sorry, I can't deal with the manosphere. I'm not caping for no white woman."
Hmm.
I swear, this is sick. I don't think people understand what's going on. Like on some real
Wow.
stuff,
This
and
is sad.
I,
I wanted to
But that's
like
highlight.
I'm being dead
bigger
serious. Like
thing.
I
you see
literally
what
was
George
just on the
said?
phone.
Iran is telling the truth about white women in the workplace. George
Hold
putting
on.
on what I'm talking about.
I want to highlight this comment real quick. The manosphere is the only species of male mammals that needs another adult male mammal to teach them how to an adult male mammal. I have to agree with that, man. It's almost like it's not innate with men, like what they're supposed to do when they grow up. It's I find that very strange because I keep hearing over and over again, like, well, men have to, teach men. But I'm
How to
like,
shower.
I think they're gonna pass away like Kevin Samuels.
But you know
A
what?
broken
oh,
heart.
My client always says there's the most dangerous species on this planet is a crying white woman. My client says that all the time.
I've encountered them bitches before.
Well, I used to live across the street from mixed couple, and they used to fight, right? And I remember one day I'm sitting there, you know, sipping my water slow, looking out the blinds, right? And she was fucking him up. I'm talking about she was hitting him with all kind of stuff. She was, I mean, fucking him up, right? And then she called him every nigga in the book, right? How and I watched her pick up the phone. I was like,
Shit, I was on a panel. And I told you, Lee, I had a Karen talk about she didn't feel safe with me on the panel. This bitch told the host, you said this was going to be a safe space. I was like, bitch, I'm on a screen. Call me by my, and she was another one. Sweetheart, baby, call me by my fucking name.
right.
Is it so hard?
EEO, equal opportunity employment, man. Listen,
I'm like, I could hate you. I could hate you and still call you by your name and still use your name. I could still use your name. Don Levon says she tried to hold herself accountable but took it back. I mean, you know, in her bio it says they can't get rid of me. Who's they? Who's they? Because she didn't offend white people. Okay? She didn't offend Latin people. She didn't offend Asian people. She offended Black people. And in her bio, it says, they can't get rid of me. So who is the they?
Now, what do you think about apologizing? This was a subject that a lot of people said, you know, I don't want an apology, but like I come from a leadership point of view, and I see, you know, the power in apology.
Explain that.
The power in apology, even if the apology is not received, it at least opens the door and mends a lot of issues that may arise later on. So at least you should apologize. You know, we've all called our cell phone companies. What's the first thing we say? They say, I apologize for your inconvenience. If you ever learn customer service, they always say apologize to the customer because you're trying to mend fences, you're trying to heal. Apology has to humans. Apology is the first step to a lot of mending offenses and renewing of relationships. So I think apology does have a purpose in this.
I semi-disagree.
Really?
Yes, but I'm gonna tell you, semi-disagree, and I'm gonna tell you why. I do. There's one thing I will never accept an apology for, and I will never give an apology for, and that is words. I will never apologize for my words, and I will never accept an apology for words, and I'm gonna tell you why. You meant that shit. Now you may regret saying it, but we don't say nothing we don't mean. Okay. So now that brings me to what I will accept, and what does go a long way with me. Simple ownership, and don't.
That's
do that
different.
Shit.
That's different.
Just
that's
own
different
it
from
and
an
don't do it
apology.
again.
That's different from an apology.
Very
what we're discussing is acknowledgement versus an apology.
Right.
I can apologize for a whole bunch of fucking things. Do I really acknowledge what happened?
Yeah.
Did I really acknowledge what was I specific?
Is
it genuine? Is it genuine? Do I really know what the fuck I'm apologizing for?
Right.
Or if I sit here and I say you know what? I took the time out to actually acknowledge the fact that by me saying this possibly made you feel this way. That wasn't my intention. Blah blah blah. Even ask, is that how you felt? Blah blah blah. So on and so forth. Have a conversation if you can. You know what I mean? That's how you acknowledge a situation. You know what I mean? Plenty of people can sit there and apologize for shit. And, you know, I mean, people just accept it and they think, well, at least he apologized, did he? Or did he just tell you what you wanted to hear? And a lot of times people just want to be told sorry. But they're not necessarily, but deep down inside, they know that motherfucker doesn't mean that shit.
Right. And I'm sorry, it's such a blanket, like, cop out, right? I like what you said, Haran, be specific. I want to know that you know what the fuck you did.
Thank you. That's my point. That is my point.
I think I do. If when and it's funny because I apologized to somebody today, which is weird that this is coming up.
Take it back.
I can't take it back, but it's funny when I apologized. right? And it's funny because it took me a couple days to apologize, right? Because I sat with it and I was like, I don't feel good about what I said. One, the person didn't deserve it. And two, I had to check myself like, hold up, this is coming from me and how I feel internally about other situations. This isn't how I personally feel about this individual. So I was like, okay, Jen, that was wrong. Like, and not only that, but I had never been disrespected by this person. So I had to check myself. It's like, it doesn't matter what he said that I didn't like. He didn't deserve me responding that way.
Right.
So I sat with it, and it was a sincere apology because I was like, hold on, I knew it was wrong when I felt the weight of it. I was like, and it was days after, and I was like, ooh, this don't feel good. So I need to fix it, right? So I think if an apology is that way, I accept the apology and I will give the apology. But I think in instances like Pearl and people like that, she is a white woman in a white world. So I believe when she says the Africans, she means the Africans. She means those Negroes over there that I'm above, the Africans, right? So in that way, what the fuck do I want to hear an apology from this bitch for? You're a white woman living in a white world, and that is how you see the colors, right? So fuck you and your apology. And the thing is, she didn't even apologize. She's literally in her bio. Like I said, they can't get rid of me. The only people she offended were black. So the they has to be the black people because she didn't offend anyone else. She's not talking about white men. She's not talking about white women. She's not talking about Latins or Asians. They can't get rid of me. Who attacked her after that? Black people. So that is the they. But we have to accept, I think, and this has been happening to us since the motherfucking plantation. We have to accept, and we see it in sports too. Like, don't we say like, why don't the black football players sit out? There's so much power. They're 75% of the league. There's so much power. Them motherfuckers are like, I got to get this car. I got to get this Gucci. I got to send my kids to college. I got to. There are people like that amongst us, right? Even in the fucking Latin community. You think I don't look at a Mark Anthony, a Jennifer Lopez, and be like, so y'all ain't gonna say nothing? Y'all got all this power. You got 9 figures in your bank account, meaning you really can't be touched at that point. No matter what you say, you'll still have those 9 figures in your fucking bank account. You ain't gonna say nothing about this? Interesting. So I think we have to accept that amongst our people, there's always going to be people that their God is the motherfucking bag, and they don't care who they offend, even if it's their own people. Their God is the bag and saving their own ass. And is it disheartening? Fuck yeah. Because you're like, yo, you have the power, you have the clout, you have the following. Say something, bitch. Like, we're dying out here.
Right.
But we have to accept that some people, they're just going to be sell outs with the capital S and the capital O.
But then I have to play devil's advocate on this one, Jen.
Let's hear it.
Unfortunately, sometimes we're so divided in our community that sometimes you can die on a sword for our community, and we will push you down on that sword even more instead of coming to your defense. See, the thing is, I think like you, Jen, my goal is to have enough money and enough age that I can tell everybody what I really think. Right. and I have enough investments and things like that because I just, that's just my belief system. Like, I feel like if I'm in that position, I need to use that power and for good. I need to use that privilege for good and not just for me. So I'm like, okay, my investment's right. My money's good. Okay, boom. Let me say what I got to say. Let me try to. But then we've seen in cases where people have tried to do that and their own people come against them for even trying to defend them. So it's that's why I keep saying this conversation and what we're talking about, it's showing a lot more than just manosphere and pearly things. They're just a symptom of a much bigger problem.
That's it right there. It's the fucking symptom. Shit.
And you know what the problem is? And that nobody's admitted right now? There's a lot of us who just don't like being black.
Oh, sizzle.
It's it out at this and Jen. Tell them they think that black people could be in the novelas and they just can't, right? The black people in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, we never seen like Black people.
Oh no!
So
Univision and Telemundo might as well have been Fox.
Right.
The Fox
Yeah.
network. Might as well. They would
you
have like
have curly hair or afro.
Oh no, because you're the
or
maid. You're the maid in the novela. You'll be speaking Spanish and getting the sandwiches. Really quickly, I want to acknowledge the super chats. Rojaxity says, "Just Prejudice things didn't even apologize. She only summarized what she did and then took it all back and said she's coming for everybody." Lame as well. Oh, did she? She coming for everybody? I like how he said that, because the video that I did watch, right, of this non-apology, that's exactly what it looked like to me. She was elaborating about why she said what she said, but she didn't take it back. She was like, "I guess it was stupid." And
she acknowledged that it was stupid, but she didn't. She's not really apologizing. It's like, yeah, I said it and it was stupid, but I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway. Point number 2.
Anyway, right, the next one is oh, and by the way, I'm drinking Starbucks. Oh, you guys don't give a fuck what I'm drinking anyway. So
I'm sure
what does this say, Johnny?
What did you write? What did you write for me?
Oh, you ready? You ready? What she? Okay, somebody. So people.
She's your queen to be.
So they're saying that she's on Twitter going in, right? So I said, let me ride on over there real quick. I ain't got,
Right now?
Yeah. So I rode over there. I rode over real quick, right? I brought y'all with me. So she says, quote, "It's funny. The more I talk about these slave contracts, the more offers begging to take. Hold on. The more I get offers begging to take one. Anyway, full statement likely Friday." So she has something Friday coming up, a full statement. Okay.
She really said slave contracts.
Yes, she did. This is her. This is not a retweet.
Yo, I'm not shocked, man. I'm not shocked. Look, listen.
Oh, she feeling confident.
I mean,
she in her bag right now.
Why shouldn't she? You know what happened? E-Black. I'm sure what happened. This is what happened. The shit went down. She and Nazi motherfucking Chad sat down and he said, "Hey man, just do this, do that." And you know what he probably told her? Just go on there, give a fake apology, let it blow over, and they'll forgive you in about a month from now. And that's what we do. We forget about shit.
E-Black. Nam one motherfucker. E-Black. Nam one motherfucker better fix his chicken wing hole to call me racist ever again. Ever.
This white woman came up there on Twitter like she came on Twitter like, yeah.
They can't get rid of me.
Wait. She said, "Oh, y'all thought that was bad."
She said, "Slave contract, bitch."
And she said she got more coming on Friday, baby. She's gonna get y'all together on Friday.
She trying to build another Atlantic slave trade or some shit.
All she need now is the motherfucking. All she need now is a picture of her signing. She need a picture of her signing a contract with Dr. Umar sitting next to her, and that shit'll break the whole internet.
That shit'll beg for a slave contract though. That's some self-empowerment shit.
Listen, thank you for the super chat, Necessary Evil. I needed that laugh. Necessary Evil says Sly alluded to the shock to Black women of how much Black men came to her defense, furthering the divide and war between Black men and Black women. For me personally, it just validated the feeling that I'm on my own. No, you're not, Mama.
No, you're not. We got you, boo.
We all's here.
Right. And there's Black men up here that got your back too.
Yeah, we got you. Don't worry.
Yes, man.
Don't ever let these internet spaces and places tell you that they're all Black men are bad and are not. That's not true. It's not true. We know too many, way too many. So concentrate on them. Focus on them.
I loves me some Black men.
We love Black men.
With your brown skin and your big dicks.
All that.
Hey, listen. That's all I've seen. That's all I've known. Listen, I could talk. Motherfuckers talk about because you take Black dick. You think you could talk about us? Yes, bitch.
Yeah, you can't wait to climb a white pussy, and you can't wait to climb a white vagina. So
Right.
here we
That's
are. Here we
why.
are.
They think they ain't no black Negroes that speak Spanish and are
Right.
ghetto as shit.
I
Are you
said my
serious?
father, if my father sat next to Haran right now, they'd be twinning. And you've seen my daddy. You see my daddy, okay?
If they
Twinning, same head, same freaking beard, same build,
if
same
they
complexion.
if they came over here and stepped out onto this corner right here with all the blacks and Latins standing there and saying the N word all day, they would be.
Oh, they would pass out. But
That's
it's
why
so
when she said
outraged.
it, when she said it, I didn't actually when she said it, I didn't even hear it. When
And they
Jen
be
said it,
like,
I didn't even hear
Poppy,
it. Motherfuckers,
Poppy.
I
Yeah,
had to
see,
turn back the shit and be like, she said bitch ass nigga.
I
Because
sure
you know what I
did.
mean, you know what I mean, when she said, I
I
was like,
sure
oh yeah,
did.
she said it.
And you
But
know what
it's
I did? You know what I did afterwards? I did an apology video. I captioned it, my apology and explanation. And when you click play, I doubled down, bitch. I'm like, now that you're
oh,
here,
okay.
now
I
that
remember
you're
that.
here, okay, I'm
You did
doubling
a me?
down, bitch.
You pulled a me? Is that what?
Yes, he's like,
That's how you do it.
Yeah,
yes,
that's how
like,
you do it. You put an apology video out. It ain't no apology.
no. I was like, who y'all think y'all are? You gonna tell me about my little
This
New
ain't no
York
apology, huh?
experience? Right? And they
But you
ran
know
with
what
that. They
though?
got,
You know
let
what
me tell you,
though?
and they still making money. They are still making money off
You
my
know what was
shit.
real dope about that though? You know what was real dope about that? I never really talked to you about that. You was real new to this space. You really didn't
Yeah.
have any. You didn't really have nobody you was running with. You didn't have nobody you was hanging with,
Mm.
and you stood your fucking ground against all these motherfucking people. And I was like, that was part of the thing that made me respect you more. Because around that time we was kind of a little on a, you know what I
Say
mean.
that shit
But
again,
when
Haran.
you
I
said
was
it
100 toes down in this bitch. I was
and she
100
did it,
toes down in this bitch.
I was like, you know what? I respect that. I
And then
respect
nothing
that.
but dudes, nothing
Yeah,
but
none
dudes
but
coming
dudes.
at me.
None but
Dudes,
dudes.
men.
None but dudes. And
And
I
I
was
was
like,
like,
wow,
mama
And
mi
okay.
bicho,
and
mama
was
mi bicho, pendejo, mama mi bicho, pendejo. Yo, I'm telling you, I was like Neo in
Said
the
it with a
Matrix.
straight back. Said it with a real straight back. You
Okay?
know what I mean? Real like the traps was showing while she was
Oh,
saying
come
it. I
on.
was like, wow, okay.
you did a whole panel with Sinji and Dialers and
I
all of them the
did.
motherfuckers.
Now
Yo,
this is
I
why.
did.
buenas.
This is
I did
why
the
I don't.
Them
round.
motherfuckers.
This is why because what they try to do is they try to label like people who don't agree what she said as pro-black, and even if you're not pro-black, you just have a standard and morals, and you understand when to call out certain things wrong. And this is why even with even with the Jen situation, and even with this situation, you wear you lower the value of racism if you keep calling everybody a racist.
There you go.
And
Yes.
I keep trying to
Very
tell
good
people
point.
that
That's a very
there's
good
been
point.
people who I associate with who are totally fringy on the right, and I listen to them and I understand what racism is. Somebody who says, "Yeah, I'm a racist. I want to see more white people in America." It's not necessarily racist. They're more or less nationalists, and they care about their stuff. But when they say, "I don't like you guys coming in," that's racism.
Mhm.
There's a difference. You got to listen to what they're saying and how they're saying it, and what context. And when you keep using the word, you just devalue it. So then nobody can be held accountable to a racist statement. So nobody can be held accountable to racist because you made it so devalued. And that's why I
Racist
say you don't
inflation.
you have to like, and that's why I don't like. That's why when I was like, Jen, of course I'm gonna come on the show. Like this ain't about racism. It's about accountability. This is about apologizing. This is about a lot of different things. But this is not necessarily about racism.
So I want to ask you something, E Black. Thank you for the
Mhm.
super chat. Necessary evil. Necessary evil says black men still see a white woman as the forbidden fruit, therefore perpetuating the stereotype the white woman is the real gold prize. Well, Nick Cannon said that shit. Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon. Don Levon says hit the like button, especially the just pearly things lovers. Okay, I see y'all lurking. There is something George Cook said earlier about. Do you think that Pearly thinks has street cred because her boyfriend was black, the one she keeps talking about. Because she keeps
For
saying,
that,
Hell
another.
no.
for the goofy
Hell to the
African nigga.
no. He ain't even thinking about her. He
Hold
up there
on.
smashing little baby cakes.
Please. let this last super chat be wrong, because this goes with the conversation.
What happened? Van Jones
Yeah,
crying again. He's mad at who's DJ T? Help me out.
Donald J. Trump got arrested, so he's crying. This is going back to what we keep having this conversation about.
We gotta respect. They gonna roam the streets. Some gray soldiers. They gon'.
What is that? A gray
Tornadoes ain't
soldier?
playing. They ain't hollering at them tornadoes and they wiping them out.
What's a gray soldier?
A coon.
Oh,
I like that term. You mind if I adopt gray soldier?
George could.
I didn't make it up, but yeah.
Okay, because I'm gonna take that.
What? Wait a minute, Van Jones. Is he crying? Is he crying tears of joy? Like what is Van Jones? Is it like you need specifics when you talk about Van Jones, man. He's a very emotional brother, man.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's a very emotional man.
Yeah, George Cook is agreeing with you, and he's white. George Cook is agreeing. He says he is dead right. The word racist has lost just about him. Yeah, I can't even have a fucking debate on Instagram without you anti-black. I was like, bitch, I said I don't like Beyonce's last album. What the fuck just happened? What just happened?
Now, hold on, Jen. I'm even gonna get at you about that
Free
one.
Beyonce, free Beyonce, free her.
You like the house? You like the house? You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul.
Hey, I was couch twerking, okay? I ain't gonna lie.
I like that one. And the other one. We got the other one. You know which one I'm talking about. The one that
Heated is my favorite.
Oh, Don Levon said he's crying.
What?
Okay, see,
throw everybody away. Throw all of humanity away.
Right,
Turn the table over. Throw it away.
This is it. This is what it is. Okay,
We need healing.
To just categorize. Okay, just categorize. You all go over here and be with them and cry and cape and do what you got to do. Let's just go ahead and separate now, because obviously we don't want the same things. We don't believe the same things. We don't have the same values. You don't want to be over here with us. We definitely don't want to be over there with y'all. And I'm talking about these black people that want to be white adjacent so bad. You have the right to do all of that. Let's just split. Let's just make it real clear, right? Let's just make it clear. Say, listen, I need for y'all to say, we don't want to be over there with y'all niggas. Okay, cool. Go on over there with them and see how they treat you. Because just like OJ, your ass gonna be back. You're gonna be back. You're gonna be back. Just saying.
Loving your race don't make you a racist. It's bizarre, man. It's bizarre. I earned my stripes, though. I wish. Like the fuck.
Can we love ourselves? Shit, at least.
Like a tree in this bitch. But Louis Kanye said something interesting. So, oh my God. Wait, he said he's crying like Clyde on Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. You gotta be kid. This can't be. It's not real. This is not real.
Like what?
This is not real. This is not. This is not happening. Van Jones, a black man, is crying on TV about Donald. This is not real.
And then we got the pearly burly things.
This is not real.
The queen of the black man.
When we made it cool for men to wear pink, I knew we was going downhill from there, man.
So you're gonna blame Caroline on this? You're just gonna you're gonna blame the whole Dipset on what's going on right now? I think that's
don't make me start.
Oh, not this close to Easter. Come on, man.
Right.
It is close to Easter.
Fucking.
I was a joke a little bit. A little bit.
Everything around here.
Good night, George. Good night, George. Wow. Damn. That he's crying for Trump?
I rebuke him.
I'm wow.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's I don't even know with Van Jones. I don't know if he's crying with tears of happiness. I don't know if he got his tax return. I don't know. Van Jones he'll just be in the middle of a conversation. He'll just start tearing up, and you're just like, "What are you doing?"
Is he a cancer?
I have no clue. Probably
because cancers are crying.
Emotional as a motherfucker.
I'm like the fuck.
He's either a Cancer or a Pisces.
Ladies and gentlemen.
See, Tristan said, to be fair, Van Jones is always crying. He is.
He's one of them.
Yeah,
He one of them emotional Negroes. Like Candy from freaking Love and Hip Hop. I'm like, yo,
like Dominicans and Puerto
you
Ricans.
blow on her. You blow on her and she just get to crying. I'm like, what is girl? Yeah, I'm disgusted. I'm afraid to look at that video of him crying. Because I will be repulsed.
You know this shit is on Twitter. Let me look at this shit.
Rod Veal said, "Don't put that on cancers."
Yo, pull it up.
I love y'all cancers, and I'm a Pisces, but I'm just saying, cancers and Pisces are some sensitive MFs. Like,
oh my God, Lily, my mother and my ex best friend, they were both Pisces, and I swear them two were separated at birth. I was like, I don't fit in with y'all. Yeah, I used to just look at them at dinner like,
yeah.
My mother be like, when I was 5 years old, what happened to me? I was, Ma, stop.
Yeah. So and because of that, like the unevolved Pisces, Gemini and Cancers are the worst. And like I said, I'm a Pisces, so I'm speaking from experience. Like, because I always say we're like balloons that you blow up, like, and then let it go, and they're like just everywhere.
Well, I'm just grateful that you're not one of those Pisces that I had to deal with. Because
okay, so here's a quick summary of the situation.
All right, quick summary, and then we're gonna wrap on this burly bitch.
Here's a quick summary of the situation. He's crying because he has issues with the prison system and doesn't want to see, I guess, Donald Trump going through this and all this other shit. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, and it's just.
Can we abolish the whole system and just?
Is his wife white? Van Jones?
Oh, I have no clue. Does he have a white wife? Does he have a wife?
We have to abolish the system and call it the day.
That's Van Jones' wife? Of course she's white.
Siri.
She's white. Oh, she's white. That's like Disney. She's like
in the show.
She's like Disney. She's like Disney.
We were doing good.
White.
We were doing good.
Disney villain white.
He's like, so that pull the plug on this shit. This is too much. This is too much tonight.
I can't.
I give up. I give up. All right, guys. Do y'all
know when these aliens are supposed to come back? Because I'm
trying to tell you. Please let me know.
She's gonna
they most likely came, but they was like, yeah. They probably was like, yeah. Let's get back.
I think they just get back in the car. Truth be told, and not so. I think we are.
It's kind of like.
So I think that. Go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking like you know how you kind of go to the dollar store, ain't nothing there. But you just go there, and then you realize you affirm that ain't nothing here, and you just leave. That's what I think.
I've never done that at the Godiva store.
With
the dollar store.
I thought you said Godiva. I was like, what? How you gonna leave Godiva without buying something?
Right.
Oh, somebody wants chocolate. Somebody wants chocolate right now.
Ron, that is literally what I'm thinking about right now.
And you know what that's a substitute for, right? You know, for women, that's a substitute for something,
that's
right?
That's why I'm getting it when I'm.
What is it? What is
sex.
It? Yeah.
Oh.
I ain't none tonight. So the chocolate's in there.
A lot of times when women can't get no dick, they go get them a whole bunch of fucking chocolate.
Right.
Why? I got vibrators.
I we love chocolate. What you talking about?
Well, thank
That's
you guys.
true.
This was a great
show. We're out of here. This was eye-opening. This was eye-opening. But thank you so much, E Black. I know you're doing your own thing over there, but you got to come by every now and then, not just when we're dragging the burlies.
Great to see you. Great to see you, Black man. Great to see you.
I'll be in the chat, and I always leave a like. And just because I may not comment, I'm here in spirit sometimes. So
okay,
sometimes I just don't feel like commenting, or
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
Especially when you do this, it's like.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to be like, oh, if somebody see me, they gonna think I'm I'm agreeing to the subject, and we seen you over there, Jen, and you know she a racist, and nah, fuck with
Yeah,
you.
she a
Right,
racist.
So
right,
political it is.
right.
I can't be
And I
hanging
love
around
your blue
Jen too
eyes,
much.
Jen. I
Let me
love your
ask you
blue eyes,
something.
Jen.
E Black, let me ask you something. Is my fake me still rolling around?
Jen, don't wet your
Because
hair. Whatever you do.
someone sent me the fake me not that long ago. Like there's a fake on the block with Jen still in people's chats. I was like, I haven't
I
been
don't
over there
know.
for.
I blocked the fake you. I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't
Because
see
it
I
was
it.
a
don't.
fake.
I go to some streams here and there, but I used to see it a lot. But I don't really see
The
it.
fake me was living her best life.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, she was
She
out
probably
here
got
for
all
real.
your
She was out here for
leftover
real.
men that been trying to offer your
The fake me was living her best
Evil
life.
Jen, if there is such a thing, was out here. You know what I'm saying?
right. She was
Going,
Hey,
probably
Jen.
asking
going
you for
off.
some money. Hey.
Hey, Jen, and all of y'all. Nice meeting all of y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Nice
This
meeting
was
you.
Have a
nice.
What's
wonderful
your
Thank you for
name?
evening.
coming
What's
up.
your name? I don't know her
My
name.
name is Tiny.
Tiny.
Tiny,
What's your
have a
We
name?
wonderful
enjoyed you,
evening.
Tiny.
Thank you.
They call me
Likewise.
E Black TV.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's
You
your
got your whole
channel because
channel.
somebody just asked E Black.
Yeah,
That's your
E
whole
Black.
channel.
E Black. If you search E Black TV all in one word, you'll find it.
All right, I'm about to
Okay,
follow you.
that's what's up. That's
I'm a
what's up.
little petty, so don't mind some of the
I don't
content
pay
I
people
might
no
got on
attention
there.
anyway, Ty,
He's
so
good.
it's no.
He's good petty though. It's entertaining.
Yeah, I don't pay nobody.
I remember when you went through your thing, E Black. That shit was fucking comedy.
Yeah,
That
that
shit
was
was
fun.
comedy central comedy. Like it was really good. I didn't know you were that funny. I was like, okay, because I write comedy, so I was like, all right. Okay.
That shit is natural for me. All you gotta do is have a fucked up life and learn
Yeah,
how to laugh and
I
live
know
better.
E Black had them layers. I was like, hold on, E Black said he had swag and shit. I was like, okay, E Black, I
Man,
see what you
I
do.
be trying to show the good side. I'm trying to show the good side of a black man. That's all. I can't be showing every side.
They
They
don't
pull
like
you
people
in
trying to
though.
be
They
They
don't
funny.
pull
like
you
that.
in though.
They
They
do
pull
not
you
like
in.
that. They do
You gotta do
not
what you
like.
gotta do.
I swear, people do not like, and that's the one thing I do feel like.
Let
You
that
know,
be the trend though. Fuck it.
Oh
people.
snap, AJ! I haven't seen AJ in forever.
God
Yeah.
damn, that's AJ.
That's
Yo, AJ,
AJ.
what's
Where you
poppin'?
been?
What's poppin', eh?
Oh man, but yeah,
All
man, I
right,
gotta get out of here. I gotta
all right, we're
go out
out.
here and take care.
Yeah, it was
Take
nice
care,
meeting
y'all.
y'all. Love y'all. Shout out to the chat. BK all day in his house. BX.
Yeah.
New York, love y'all. That New York, love that New York.
New York in the building. New York,
Be curved, New York. I love y'all. Yeah.
Can't take us nowhere.
I'm out of here.
Take care, man.
Ron is like, what the fuck? Yeah. All right, guys. Good night. I love you all, like Tristan says. And good night. They never come back to our show.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I told you it was going to be entertaining. Don't forget, April 15th, spread the word. April 15th, we're having a block talent battle with a cash prize. We are taking all talent, singers, actors, dancers, whatever you do. You give us 2 minutes, you can win $100 cash, okay? For 2 minutes. $100 for 2 minutes of your time. Don't forget, On the Block with Jen at Gmail. Send me your picture and what your talent is, and then show up April 15th, 8 p.m. Eastern sharp. April 15th, 8 p.m. Eastern sharp. Email me on the block with Jen at Gmail. Send me your picture and your talent, and you will wait in the queue. We will bring you up. We'll judge you. And then if you get the most votes, you win. So make sure you tell your friends and family or whoever to come watch you and vote for you. Throw your name in the comments and we will count the votes and you can win the $100 and be seen. Okay. And share your talent. April 15th. Spread the word. Thank you so much for tonight. This was funny. It had to be talked about. I hope everybody's happy because a lot of people have been hitting me. When you going to talk about it? When you going to talk about it? There it is. I gave you what you asking for. Come back mañana. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for holding me down, chat. Mwah, mwah. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door when you hit the lights. All right, guys, and I'm out. Woo. Don't forget to subscribe. You know you liked it. You know you was entertained. Good night, guys.